Wow, man, let's try that again. I was reading the comments and I see you guys said that the stream crashed because the chat stopped. That's weird. So I came right back because we had some good conversation going on. I hate it when it does that. I don't believe it's phone issues. I certainly don't believe that. Let's try that. All right, come on, room, come on back. We're not done with this yet. We're not done with this. That is weird. But you know what? When I was on the internet on my laptop, it would go. I mean, I'm connected to the cable. And Xfinity would do that. I think this neighborhood is in a Bermuda Triangle or something. A Bermuda Triangle. Well, we did something, folks. Are you ready for it? I open chat. Let's see what happens. Let's see how many scoundrels we're going to attract come in here and start blowing it up. Scoundrels. I must say the Apple iPhone box is pretty incredible. It's pretty well made. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't even have an idea this was coming. Internet. 1966. Go look at old IBMs and office equipment. That stuff looks like dinosaurs. Gripen, how are you? Guess what, Gripen? Guess what, dude? Look, new. You can see me. I upgraded. Well, thank you for the compliment. I wish everybody out here felt that way. It's weird when you are amongst a culture where you really realize what they think is cool, what they think is hot. And, you know, I've always been sensitive to different cultures. And I have to say, I love Southeast Asia very much. The food. Asians were decent to me. Asia smiled at Michael. Overall, this culture here is not my cup of tea, and that's okay. Yes, Gripen, and I got your message, by the way. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Hello, Jason. How are you? It's funny when I see certain things down here and certain people and everybody thinks, you know, remember when we were kids and you had those people in school, the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, because all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. Do you know when you get older and you look back? When you look back with years in intelligence, ladyboys, some of them will fool you. I've seen them in Hong Kong. If you didn't ask questions, you would think they were gals. And you get older and you look and you go, they were not cool. Group dynamics. And I've lived transcultural. Grew up in LA, lived in the mountains, California, lived in Arizona. 39,000 people from 2,500 population Mammoth, from 10 million in LA to Spokane, to Hong Kong, to Augusta. And you learn something over the years. Every place has a fingerprint. Oh, I could pull off the ladyboy thing very easily. Wear my feminine wear, shave real close, lipstick. My long hair is definitely giving me more. It's both masculine and feminine. I could pull off androgynous very well. I remember when I was in Denver, I went to the Vietnamese restaurant that I like to go to. And the Vietnamese lady is so cute. I had this blonde wig on that looked like Tina Turner. The long spiked and the long hair. She come up, wow, you're so pretty. It was so cute. You're so pretty. I said, yeah, it's a wig. She goes, I like it. It's cool, man. Yes. I also wore a long black-haired wig, and I was sitting in the break room, and the dispatcher says, Mike, turn around. I'm like, the wall's behind me. Why? I wouldn't do it. And there was a shop foreman standing right behind me, and he goes, oh, no way, man. I looked at him, I said, what? He thought you were a new hire and thought you were a hot-looking woman. I said, oh, no, dude, I'm not your type. Everybody in the room started laughing. One of the Christian guys in there took me aside one day and says, you're hurting your testimony, brother. I said, how's that? Well, wearing the wigs, they're starting to wonder about you. I said, oh man, I do that for fun. The kids on the bus get a kick out of it. I pulled up at my high school route with that long hair. I look like Wayne's World. As I'm approaching, they're thinking, oh, we got a sub. And in Denver, my kids liked me. All races, by the way. Got along with them. The kids go to get on the bus. One guy walks up the stairs. Mike, is that you? I said, yes, sir. He goes, dude, I like the hair. That's awesome. I said, I thought I'd have fun today, guys. Oh my gosh, people love it. The kids got a kick out of it. And our boss said, you really have fun with your students. I said, I have a ball. You can't do that here. No, here, when you drive a bus down here, it's survival mode. You got the lifeboats extended out. You're waiting for the ship to sink here, man. No way, Jose. Things have changed. But it's funny, even here in the adult world, you got your little popularity clicks and everybody will flock around somebody, and it really hits me. I have gained a lot of miles, experience, and knowledge. And I'm not being, people say you're being very judgmental. No, I'm just making an observation. I'll see who people gravitate to and yuck it up and giggle, hee, and the guy thinks he's so cool. And I'm going, wow, if this guy was out of this environment and in any of the other towns or places I live, nobody would be looking at him like he's a rock star. Nobody. They wouldn't dig his ways. They wouldn't dig his looks. And then it hit me. You're living in their world. You'll never fit. And I build bridges. I am not Asian, but I love Asian culture. I'm not Zambian, but I want to meet Mabel. I think it'd be a delight to meet Mabel. A true black woman. Let me rephrase that. A true African woman. Did the chat stop again? Somebody give me feedback. I hope this isn't acting up. Anybody there? I see 7 viewers, but is it froze again? Huh. Do we need to take this out back? We need to do this. She leads a lonely life. Well, we gained an extra bar moving back here. Kate Beasley, how are you? Take a look at my girlfriend. Look, I'm going to show you something. Mushrooms. They were all over the yard the other day. It's been so wet, moist, and humid. Can anybody see? Is the video working? Are we still streaming? Are we still streaming? Are we on the air? Something crawled on my foot. It's good? Okay, awesome. Kate, how are you? Look, man, these are such cool little mushrooms, man. I wonder if we can eat them. Mushrooms. Oh, look at this one. This one is very unique. Little white and puffy with little pricklies on it. Mushrooms. Oh, good. I want to tell you a little story about a little tree. This was by my front door when I moved here, and it was battling. I couldn't get rid of it. The storm door kept banging into it. It was only about 2 feet high and leaning over. I transplanted it. Look at this thing. This thing is turning into, I don't know if this is a bush or a tree, but Tina almost pulled it like 2 years ago. I said, no, don't touch that. That's my little tree. And this one here was only a couple feet tall. Look what it did. I transplanted it. Had a big old flower this summer too. And it gave birth. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of sexual activity going on in this yard that I do not see. This thing has got kids all the way around it. This is another one. This grew off of that. This grew off of that. That one, there's one there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's crazy. 6 little kidlets. This thing has just exploded. That is unbelievable, man. I thought I was on a Strangers Live. Neeks, you never know where I'll show up. I might just show up in Africa to make sure you guys are behaving yourself. Wouldn't that be fun? We could call it Three's Company, like the old TV show. Mike making sure Doggy and Nika behave on their trip together. I could be the kid in the back seat. Are we almost there? I'm outside. I don't want to behave myself. Did you hear that? She wants to be naughty. Oh, so naughty. Isn't this fun? I like walking around back here. I should walk around at 2 o'clock in my underpants back here just to see what it's like. Because then it's dark. Oh, it has been a blessing to be so cool in August. I have a feeling when this cold snap ends, it's going to be hotter than out here. Kate's laughing. I like the video quality on this. I must say, I notice it too. She leads a lonely life. Man, this stuff is getting out of control. I need to round up this bad boy stuff. Weeds just grow out of control over here. What is that? Look, it's a cicada. Dead. Those things are irritating. Make that ringing, shrill noise in the trees when it's real hot. dog me with. Oh my gosh, Neeks. Did you really just say that? They're going to accuse my channel of fostering all kinds of crazy stuff. Love, romance. I'll be the male version of Dr. Ruth. Isn't that fun? Now remember, people are accusing me of being racist. Let me show you something. These are mine. This is what I did in my house. I just want to remind everybody that says that I'm racist. Harriet Tubman freeing the slaves, little girl, the ballerinas and the dancers. If I had racism in me, why would I have this stuff on my walls? That's got a story behind it. That was given to me by a lady who painted it. That's very cool. And this is my project. It's been too hot. I sanded the body. I got to put a back on it because I tore the back off because it was all onion skinned. Somebody had to sit in the humidity. This is solid maple. I got to put it back because it does this. That's what gives it its integrity. Solid heavy. This thing weighs a ton. These nice big wooden knobs. I'm going to sand these drawer fronts. I'm going to use colors. I may do 100 green and a red. I don't know yet, but I'm going to do something. And I'm going to sand this some more. I'm going to do a varnish on it. I'm going to have fun with that. Yeah, Neeks. What do you mean no man wants you? You are not a stupid little girl. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if you're male or female. I just see the ID and it says Kate. Kate, this is a cool steam train. And of course, gotta have my lighthouse and the ocean. This is Bourbon Street. Yeah, I think that's Bourbon Street in New Orleans. All of this was flea market stuff. All of this. Every last bit of this. Flea market. This was given to me by a friend up the road. It's actually a fire ring, and the way it's put together, it reminds me of the damn Titanic with rivets and stuff. I'm gonna put a big brass thing on here and just put a potted plant on it. I think that'd be cool. I'm not done. Got so much to do. I need a helpmate. I was wondering that, Bobby. I was wondering. I notice more and more people are putting girl pictures on their IDs, and I don't know what that's all about. Crazy. It's Doggy. All right, Anika, how many IDs does this guy have? That is crazy. You're messing with Anika. Don't mess with Anika. I'm a stupid little girl. So stupid. Oh my gosh. Anika knows it's you. Wow. Do you guys have fuzzy handcuffs and stuff? I noticed now the brightness. Now the other phone, it's brighter when I got the other light on. This one makes it a little too dark. Now see, did you notice that? The iPhone does something different. It comes up. Wow, they changed this thing. Entertainment Tonight. Oh, I'm sure you're open with each other. Open. Neek's got it. She's laughing. I'd like to see a lady wear a shirt with a little thing that says "Open here, please." I like that. All right, Bobby, be careful. Don't go in that room down at the end of the hall. They're scary in there. Neeks, because today's up. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the toilet bowl, but we're up today. Got a lot of demons coming after me. She leads a lonely life. Sometimes hoping we kind of shy. Well, I'm definitely not shy. But there are times when I catch a vibe in a crowd around people and I will shut down. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling something uncool here. No one. Yeah, Neeks, and I apologize. This channel is rare. You get to see Michael in the ups and downs of reality. I'm not those polished YouTube people that every day that are upbeat and reporting on something and professional and make the big money. You get to see the ups and downs and reality of a human. I question all those long distance relationships, especially from that country, because I experienced it. I love the Filipinos and the Filipino culture, but it takes a long time to find out, are they into you or are they looking for something behind you? That's what you have to ascertain. And even here in the US, I'm going to say it. You've got guys and girls that are looking for a life preserver, not love. Neeks, thank you, but I don't feel that in this place. I have been feeling very beat up lately and down. I really wish I could have a job where I'm alone in it. Something I like. I'll be honest, I wish I could make it right here, this. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Thank you, Neeks. All of you have prayed for me. All of you have encouraged me, and I thank you all again. That has been awesome. Maybe we'll come back tonight. I'll put on my little pink lipstick and my pink shirt, I'll put on every necklace I got. And watch the trolls flood into the room. Sometimes I'm guilty of doing that. North is good. Hello, Gerald. How are you? Gerald, you can see me now. We finally got a phone. Doggy, I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow, Bobby, that's good advice. Good, Gerald, and good to see you. Gerald, I finally upgraded today. 16. 10 steps up from 6S. The antique has been put to rest. Yes. I'm very happy. Two things went right today. I was thinking a while ago about music. Do you know some of the greatest music came out of the most suffering souls? I think of the spirituals from this part of the country. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. The slaves had a reason to sing that, a legitimate need to sing. They were so oppressed that they looked to God to be their deliverer. And out of that came heartfelt music. If you look at music, hello, Cat Stewart. Wow, Cat, you can't get it back? Nunu Bug, that's cute. Then I've talked about the song that I've told you all about before, about the guy that wrote the song when his wife, I can't remember all the details verbatim, but they were either going back to England or to New York on a steamship. In a dense fog, the ship hit another ship and sank, and the children were killed. Well, the wife and the kids, something. The husband, the father, booked a passage to go back to deal with the funeral, and he told the captain of the ship, "Could you please let me know when we're passing over the area where the ship sank?" And the captain obliged him. That man walked out on deck, held the rail, looked into the waters of the icy Atlantic, stared into the waters, contemplated it, went down below to his stateroom and penned the words, "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, even so it is well with my soul." I love ocean liners. And when I heard that, I said, wow, an ocean liner disaster caused another guy on another ocean liner to pen the words of a very great and well-known hymn. It is well with my soul. Now, I'm being facetious and a little humorous, and I shouldn't be. There's no doubt he loved his wife and kids. But I think some people would be singing that song after a divorce in today's world. It's sad what has happened to relationships. You did not hear about divorce when those hymns were made. Women and men married and were together and were a unit. The man needed his wife. The wife needed her man. It's amazing how things have really shifted. Cat, I'm sorry about that. Mr. Erock, thank you. We did it today. I bought the farm. And because I went in there today, they had a promo. I didn't have to pay no $1,000 for a phone. God is good, even when I don't think he is. You know what? Cat, I need to get a Cash App. Now that I got a phone, I need to get a Cash App. then when I want to help somebody on my own, I can do that. Maybe you get a 16. Things are better today, Mr. E-Rock. I can't play any music because it's through my phone. I don't even have an old-fashioned radio. I should get one. In the news today, we have a story out of South Africa of a woman named Anika. Sometimes goes by Neeks. But make no mistake about it, she seldom leaks. Don't think that she's always meek, but she's always very sleek. I know, Cap, but I feel bad. I wish you'd get your money. Don't get Cash App. All right, why not? I got my notepad. I like it when I can do a spontaneous little thing like that. My mind sometimes actually works. Other times I talk out loud to myself and say, stupid, what are you doing? And I answer and say, well, I don't really know. Sometimes I do something and I yell out loud, dumb, emphasizing the B. Another stupid thing about the English language, dumb. Why are they dumb? You're such a dumb. Anybody in the U.S. familiar with those tiny suckers called dum-dums? They're spelled D-U-M. That's the way dumb should be spelled. Telephone. Why is it a P-H? Why is elephant P-H? It should be elephant. E-L-E-F-A-N-T. Telephone. T-L-E-F-O-N-E. Telephone. Why do we confuse the heck out of people and have a P-H that sounds like an F, get rid of the extra letters, quit overburdening the word, and make it simple? I am very angry about this. So stupid. Cat Stewart didn't ask for any money. I can vouch for that. She's telling about a problem, just like I've been talking about mine, and I ain't doing it as a sob. I'm doing it out of utter frustration, and Cat is. She's upset, and I hope you can get your money back. And there's a difference between a leech and a mooch and somebody who's sharing. I've always told people, if you cannot come on my channel and you can't share when you're having a low point, then we might as well just go home. Because I share it every day. Oh, I'm careful, doggy. I don't just throw money at everybody. I tend to be cheap. I don't trust most people, with good reason. I'm nice. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I have my problems, but I have a good steel framework inside of me. And I tell some people, keep pushing. Keep pushing. To a certain point, I have one last weapon in my arsenal, and it's this. When you get on my nerves so bad, and when I get to the point where I say, God, I'm asking you to move your hand against that person. He does. He will. Not in my time, but he will. Because I don't just throw that around. Some people wear their Christianity all over their sleeve. God bless. And they tell everybody this and that. You see the way they treat people, the backbiting that goes on, and you go, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, huh. Mm-hmm. Cat, I just feel bad. That sucks. I know, Doggy, you don't need to explain yourself. Neeks, what does that say? Dat Engels is in Swat Almighty. I don't know what that means. Hi Nakubo, hi Bottom Life. Dougie, you always tell me your mind. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Lemon, and I came back too. Look, you're talking to a person now. If I want to make everybody feel at home, we can put the screen back like that. How's that? I was going to say put the lemon in the coconut, but that'd be really changing the song. Put the lime in the coconut, the lime in the coconut. Folks, I better get off of here. I may be having somebody come by to say, hey, Secret Hot Mama. Well, that's a good question, Kat. If you can call a number to reach that business and explain to them that that was a mistake. Now, if there's something else you can do, did you use a credit card? You can tell your bank, you can call your bank, say you made a mistake, and they can deny the charges. You can do that. Oh, that sucks. Dumb, fat blob. Fat. That's funny. Oh my gosh, Frade. That's too much. I hate all the maladies that a man and a woman can catch. Why didn't God just let us die instead of go through all that ridiculous crap? Ili nace muimbe, impeni, imbueni, fiumbe viote. Man, I used to know some of that. Yep, I did that. That's my work, by the grace of God. I did this, I rebuilt the wall, I tore it down. They had a crappy door here. I think it was one of those throwaway doors, corridors. These two, I kept this one and that one. Those were the old 50s doors. Both of these I took out of there and rehung, repurposed. This door I paid $10 for, it's 100 years old. I scuffed it up with sandpaper, I put a varnish on it. And I don't always sand my varnish. I like things looking a little distressed. This is the wood that was here. I flipped it over, cut out the bad spots, and I redid it. I changed the whole style, just did kind of the rustic log cabin look. You will not find a house in this area like this at all. Thank you, Kat. Yes. Listen to what is going on in the chat, folks. Caution, there's rated R chat in here. Little children need to leave the room. Curvy straighten out. Yeah, what's going on over there in the corner, folks? I'll speak Afrikaans to you when I'm upset with you. Neeks is from Africa. That is so cool. Neeks, do you know how you catch a unique elephant? Yes, Frade. Neeks, do you know how to catch a unique elephant? There's chat hanging again. Why? That's a difficult one. I'm asking Neeks. Neeks, where'd you go? Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? Neeks is quick on the keyboard. What happened? Doggy, what are you doing to Neeks? Get off of her. You gotta wait until you get over there. Oh, did she leave? Hello, Con Griffin. Look, Con Griffin. Look. I bought a phone, Griffin. I broke down today and bought a phone. I got sick of these blackout lines. I got sick of it. All voice, no video. Green Acres is the place for me. Farm living. I know. Pull it out by the trunk. No. Unique up on him. Neeks, did you see the movie Constipated? Did you see the movie? Did they play the movie Constipated down there in South Africa yet? Mr. Haney. Wow, every time I'll make you a good girl. Neeks, did they play the movie in the theaters Constipated down there yet? No, it hasn't come out yet. Ah! A kid told me that once years ago. That was so funny. Oh my gosh, I laughed. I said, dude, that's whack. It was full. I love the poop emoji. Stuart, thank you. And that's why you guys are here. Some are here for the freak show called Michael. Some are here to hate. Some are here to mate. Some are here to mate. Right there, aisle 5, blue light special. And some are here because of genuine authenticity. We don't like complexity. We don't like superficiality. We don't like plasticity. We like bona fide, genuine, real deal, certified, authentic. Not veneers. That's cool. That looks like SpongeBob in pink. Look, I hate plastic so much, I won't even wear a condom. I'm sorry. What did you say? Content of character. I always say I'm rough cut lumber. Anybody remember those days? When you got a 2x4 like in the 40s, it was 2 inches by 4 inches. Not this crap. Not these sticks you buy at the store that are one 3/4 by 3 3/4 with rounded edges. I had some real 2x4s in this wall. Unfortunately, they were the sway back horse. I cut what I could. I've reused them throughout the walls. The ones that were straight, I reused them. Very hard to nail and cannot nail into them. It's like petrified. So I use the screws. And I was having trouble when I'd screw in, and the screw goes so far, and the head would snap off. I went to the store and said, "What's wrong with these screws?" The guy said, "How old's your house?" He said, you get into some of these older houses, the wood is like stone. That's why the termites didn't touch the older part of this house. Yeah, I don't like fake either. Wow, Kat, that's funny you say that. You know what's really bothered me, Miss Stewart? I get so annoyed at this. How's Mr. Mike today? I don't know. Where's Mr. Mike? I didn't know there was elementary school in here today. I'm so sick of that. Teachers started that crap. Now they're doing it to the adults. And that's Mr. Mike. Now that's Mike or Mr. Nelson. Thank you. Stop with this stuff. Don't do it, Neeks. I like being called Mike Mike. Some of the ladies at work say, Mike Mike. So funny. I love that. That's harmless. It's cute. It's unique. The black woman, she's so cool. How's Mike Mike? Hey, Mike Mike. It's so funny. I'm going to get a car horn. Mike Mike. Mike Mike. Mike Mike. Get one of those horns that goes, Zoinks! Look out, Scoob! We have a mystery! I don't know, Alan. It's pretty creepy on this road. Oh, I know, Velma. But we'll be fine. We got Scooby. I don't know. Scooby looks pretty scared. Shaggy's back there shivering like a kid. Are you going to do that? No, I did not pay $1,000. I just happened today. The guy started to set me up. He's going to give me $430 for trade-in on my old phone. He goes, hold it. I just saw this. You actually get a free one. Or they'll pay $600 of it. You pay the remainder. So I paid $235. That was a bargain. That was I've got these big things I got to check off the list. Get the truck done, get the phone, look at the tree out there about getting that kicked out of here. What was the other thing I needed to do? Need to dig a drainage pond in the backyard. Far out, Garth? Yes! Wayne's World! Demon voice. I don't want to hear anybody talking like that anymore. Luke, I am your father. That was so eerie. When Darth tells Luke, I am your father, you're just like, no way. What happened to you, Dad? Wayne's World was a good show. Weren't they driving around in a stupid gremlin? That was funny. Man, I know I'm getting old. I don't see any of the cars I saw in the 80s. None. No Pintos, no Vegas, no AMC Gremlin, Hornet, Pacer, the fishbowl on wheels, and them tacky Brady Bunch station wagons with simulated wood grain down all 40 feet of its length. With a hood so big you could park a helicopter. Yep, the Pinto. They all fussed about it because the gas tank was right in the back. The Vega, the Chevy Vega. The Ford Maverick. The Ford Comet. The Dodge Cuda. Proximity mine. The GTOs, man. put a tiger in a tank, the judge. There's a gal I knew in northern Minnesota. We used to hang out. She said, I always, instead of saying Spider-Man, I say Spider-Man. I said Batman, Spider-Man, Minutemen. That's funny. Spider-Man. They still do that to this day, her and her husband now. Yeah. And Pontiac, the Nina, the Pinto, Santa Maria. Now that would be funny. You see this ship. Can you imagine? Let's do a slapstick old sailing ship movie. Captain, spotted something off the starboard bow. What is it? I don't know. Give me the binoculars. It's a pinnace. Pinnace? What the hell is a pinnace? And you see this giant wooden pinnace with sails. What kind of a ship is that? Not a good one. Rear it up, shoot a cannon in the stern. No, you don't want to do that. I said man the cannons and hit it in the stern. What the heck they got in there? Blew up. Gas tanks in the back, Captain. Yes, frame. I remember the Grand Dams. When I lived in Minnesota in 2005, 6, 7, and part of 8, I got to tell you, Grand Dams were everywhere. Now I don't even see them. Why did Pontiac go out? BMW boat. I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you a car that I've seen in my life that was big. The horn should have been the Chrysler New Yorker, the old ones. The hood and the trunk. I love that car. Now that's the kind of, if I go back in time, I want one of those with the suicide knob. Man, I love that big old Chrysler New Yorker. Wow, yeah, they did. It's funny, they always try to curry favor with the union people, and they kick the union guys the curb pushing this electric garbage. All right, Neeks. Folks, I better get out of here. I will see you all later. We might come back later and see if we can troll Gaslight tonight. Should we? We'll title it Troll Gaslighting. I'll wear my pink shirt, put on my ruby red lipstick, and say, hi, boys. I need to call my baby now on the telephone. She said goodbye. I love that song. I'm going to play that. On the telephone, Andra. That's good music. All right, folks. Come back. You hear? Gaslight. Remember the old Coleman lanterns? See ya. Catch you on the flip side.